Hello, welcome, and thank you for taking the time to watch me create a Alfred Hitchcock inspired art piece. While this was not exactly what I had planned for February, I do think it had some pretty good timing. Earlier in the month, I got an invitation from Sugar Mynt Gallery to participate in their upcoming Alfred Hitchcock tribute exhibit. I have been following the gallery for some time now. They're quite cool, as a lot of their exhibits focus on like creepy and spooky things, so I fangirl a lot about a lot of their subject matter that they like to explore in their gallery space. And I applied some months back, but was kind of starting to think it wasn't going to work out. So of course I was beyond excited when I got the invitation to be able to participate in one of their exhibits. I will admit though that I actually know very little about Alfred Hitchcock. I literally had never seen one of his movies until I took a film studies class in college, and that was, of course, the most famous one, Psycho. I really did enjoy the film. I guess not enough that I felt the desire to continue to dig into his catalog of films, but in all fairness, most of what I watch is animated, so I wanted to write for animation, so that is kind of the wheelhouse that I live in when I choose to watch any sort of content. Participating in this exhibit, however, it gave me the opportunity to explore his work. We were asked specifically not to use his famous films like Psycho and The Birds, so this gave me the ability to spend some time exploring YouTube clips, movie summaries, and I did even watch the SNL skit inspired by some of his work. I landed on Vertigo, Spellbound, and Rebecca, as those stories were, I felt, really personally interesting. I did enjoy watching Vertigo and Rebecca, but I was kind of more captivated by the visuals in Spellbound, and that was what I ended up going with when creating this piece. I took some creative liberties, of course, but kept mostly true to the grayscale look of the movie. I played with the abstract eyes and the scissors that are in the dream sequence, and used the swirling black and white circles that you see in the background to kind of symbolize the hypnosis that was the character was under in that main scene. As you'll see a little later on in this video, I did decide to go with a gold metallic when I did the scissors, but that was more out of concern that if I went with a gray, that the painting would ultimately be too washed out. And I didn't want to lose the scissors in the painting, especially since they're kind of front and center and almost the main focal point of the painting. So then the only actual color that I would say that I used in this piece is I mixed up some crimson paint to splash over the frame, and that is to symbolize the main crime that is being investigated throughout the movie. So I did try to stay as true to possible to the movie, like keeping those little elements in, and then also using little symbolisms to make sure that I'm connecting them ultimately to the story of the movie, so that nothing is kind of lost. I actually had a lot of fun developing this piece. I don't do a lot of like abstract-esque paintings, so getting this opportunity to play with this piece was challenging and also fun, especially, like I said, connecting little elements back to the movie itself. And I do hope that people who have seen Spellbound can maybe pick out those little element pieces. I chose to stick with using pretty much acrylic markers throughout this whole piece. I was in a bit of a time crunch, so it was just more efficient, as well as I felt that it gave me a lot more control over the different elements of the piece. I had a specific kind of vision in mind, and I think I executed it really well, especially being able to have a little bit more control over where the paint was going down with the markers and such. And the brand I used was RTX and of course Posca, which are always wonderful markers to use in any format. And then some minor details that kind of tied everything together. I used a black colored pencil. And that was how everything came together. So I hope if you are in Pasadena these coming weeks, stop by Sugar Mynt Gallery to check out me and other amazing artists.